The story opens with the loud blaring of alarms echoing through the metal corridors of a massive alien warship. Bright red lights flash ominously, casting eerie shadows on the walls. The alien crew rushes around, eyes wide with urgency. On large screens, reports flash about Earth's defenses, labeled as insignificant and primitive. Footage shows humans engaging in military drills, practicing their tactics and maneuvers. But to the aliens, it all seems laughable. They scoff at the thought of humans posing any real threat. Among the bustling crew stands Commander Zilara, a fierce and respected leader. She scans the screens, her sharp eyes narrowing as she studies the footage of the humans. Just as the other commanders chuckle at the weak attempts of Earth's military, an unexpected signal suddenly appears on the radar. It's an unusual frequency, unlike anything they've encountered before. The alien commanders exchange glances, dismissing it quickly as a mere human error, a glitch in their outdated systems. Yet Zilara feels a twinge of doubt. She senses something deeper behind this signal. It whispers to her instincts, urging her to investigate further. Ignoring the laughter around her, she decides to gather her team. "We cannot underestimate them," she warns. "Something doesn't feel right." Her caution is met with skepticism, but she insists on reviewing the data. This moment of hesitation foreshadows the conflict to come, hinting at her strong leadership qualities that may set her apart from her peers. As the alien fleet prepares to launch towards Earth, the atmosphere becomes thick with tension. Unknown to the aliens, a human surveillance team is monitoring their every move from a secret base hidden deep within the mountains of Earth. Captain Jason Reynolds, a dedicated and sharp-minded strategist, is leading this team. They are aware of the impending alien invasion, but feel the weight of doubt creeping in as they watch the aliens underestimate them. Jason gathers his team around a flickering screen that shows the aliens' fleet being readied for departure. "Everyone, listen up!" Jason commands, his voice steady but urgent. "We have a situation on our hands. They think we're weak. They think they can crush us without a second thought." His team, a mix of veterans and young recruits, listens intently, their faces reflecting the seriousness of the moment. Jason knows they must act fast. He assigns each member specific tasks, from gathering resources to setting up defensive traps. "We may not have their technology, but we have something they don't: creativity and determination," he encourages. Meanwhile, the alien fleet, confident in their superiority, begins to launch towards Earth. Ships, sleek and powerful, glide through space, leaving trails of stardust behind. The aliens are filled with overconfidence, believing that this will be an easy victory. As they set their course, Zilara remains at her command station, still feeling a nagging uncertainty. "Keep an eye on that signal," she orders her team. "I want to know what it means." Back on Earth, Jason and his team are fully engaged, utilizing every ounce of their skills and resources. They might not have the latest technology, but they have their own clever tactics. They begin to set traps using old but effective machinery. Jason looks at the monitors, watching the alien fleet get closer and closer. The suspense builds with each passing moment. They have no idea what's waiting for them, he thinks, adrenaline coursing through his veins. As the aliens make their move, the tension peaks. Jason's team works tirelessly, preparing for the inevitable confrontation. They hide behind mountains and within forests, setting up old-fashioned defenses that will surprise their advanced foes. The scene is electric with anticipation as both sides are set to collide. The audience can feel the suspense thickening in the air. Will the humans be able to hold their ground against a seemingly invincible enemy, or will they be crushed under the weight of alien technology? In this gripping opening, the stage is set for an epic battle. The underdogs, underestimated and unprepared in the eyes of their enemies, are about to prove that courage and ingenuity can triumph over brute force. The audience is left on the edge of their seats, eager to see how this confrontation will unfold, rooting for Jason and his team as they prepare to fight for their home against overwhelming odds. As the alien fleet descends upon Earth, the tension in the air is palpable. The alien ships, sleek and intimidating, unleash their terrifying assault. Bright energy beams cut through the sky like lightning, striking the ground and causing massive explosions. The force of the attack sends shockwaves through the city, shaking buildings and rattling windows. The chaos is overwhelming as humans scramble to respond to this sudden onslaught. In the midst of this chaos, Jason and his team rush to their battle stations. They have prepared as much as they could, but the advanced weaponry of the aliens is beyond anything they have faced before. The humans are outmatched, struggling to maintain their positions against the relentless barrage. Jason's heart races as he watches the destruction unfold around him. Each explosion sends a chill down his spine, reminding him of the stakes involved in this fight. As the battle rages on, tragedy strikes. A bright flash of light bursts near Jason's position, and in the ensuing chaos he hears a desperate scream. It is Bonner, his closest friend and right-hand man. Jason's heart sinks as he witnesses Bonner caught in the blast. The moment feels like time stands still, and for a few seconds everything fades away. Grief washes over him like a tidal wave, but anger quickly replaces it. He cannot let Bonner's sacrifice be in vain. Fueled by his grief and rage, Jason rallies his team. "We can't back down! We fight for Bonner and everyone else who believes in us." His words ignite a fire within his team. They know they are outgunned, but they also understand the importance of fighting back. Instead of retreating in fear, they decide to turn the tide. Using guerrilla warfare tactics, Jason leads a counteroffensive. His strategy is to utilize the environment to their advantage. They employ cloaking devices to hide themselves from the alien ships, allowing them to ambush unsuspecting enemies. This element of surprise gives them a fighting chance, turning what seemed like a hopeless battle into a strategic game of cat and mouse. As they strike from the shadows, the tide begins to shift ever so slightly. The aliens, initially so confident in their superiority, are now forced to reckon with the unexpected resilience of humanity. Jason's team fights fiercely, refusing to give in. Every ambush they execute brings a surge of hope and determination. They are not just fighting to survive, they are fighting for their fallen comrades, especially for Bonner. The battle is far from over, but Jason and his team have shown that they will not be easily defeated. This newfound resolve pushes them to face the alien threat head-on, and the fight for Earth has truly begun. As the battle rages on, something unexpected happens. The guerrilla tactics employed by Jason and his team begin to confuse the alien forces. The humans, using their cleverness and adaptability, manage to launch surprise attacks that catch the aliens off guard. Exciting scenes unfold as robots clash against humans, and drones soar through the sky, executing maneuvers that the aliens did not anticipate. The bright flashes of energy beams and the sounds of explosions fill the air, creating a chaotic yet thrilling atmosphere. Jason's team capitalizes on every opportunity they find. They set traps and ambushes, using their knowledge of the terrain to their advantage. With each successful strike, they start to gain momentum. The aliens, who had believed their advanced technology made them invincible, now find themselves struggling to keep up. This shift in the battle dynamic showcases humanity's ability to adapt and innovate, transforming the tide of the conflict. Meanwhile, Commander Zalara stands on the bridge of her warship, watching the unfolding chaos with disbelief. Her once confident demeanor begins to crack as she sees her forces faltering. The humans are not the weak and foolish beings she assumed they were. Instead, they are resourceful and determined, fighting fiercely for their survival. Panic spreads among her crew as reports of unexpected losses come in. Zalara realizes that they need to reassess their strategy quickly or risk losing everything. As the emotional weight of the battle increases, Jason knows he must keep his team focused. He gathers his soldiers, looking each one of them in the eye. "Listen up!" he shouts, his voice cutting through the noise of the battlefield. "This is our home. They think they can take it from us, but they are wrong. We fight not just for ourselves, but for everyone who believes in us. We fight for our families, our friends, and for those who cannot fight." His words resonate deeply with his team, creating a powerful bond among them. They nod in agreement, their determination ignited by his passionate speech. The emotional stakes are heightened as they stand together, united against a common enemy. Jason's rallying call fills them with hope and courage, and they charge back into the fight with renewed vigor. As the tide of battle shifts further in humanity's favor, it becomes clear that the outcome is uncertain. The clash between good and evil intensifies, and the struggle for Earth hangs in the balance. The emotional climax of the battle not only showcases the resilience of humanity, but also solidifies their resolve to fight against overwhelming odds. The aliens may be technologically advanced, but they are discovering that heart and unity can be just as powerful in the face of adversity. The battle for Earth escalates dramatically as new alien reinforcements arrive. The sight of massive warships entering the atmosphere sends a wave of dread through Jason's team. The odds seem overwhelming, and the tension in the air is thick with uncertainty. However, Jason refuses to let despair take hold. Instead, he encourages his team to continue innovating, using Earth's resources in creative ways to fight back against the technologically advanced aliens. The humans utilize everything at their disposal. They craft makeshift weapons from scrap materials, using their ingenuity to turn everyday items into tools of war. Drones and robots are repurposed to suit their needs, demonstrating humanity's ability to adapt to dire circumstances. This creative use of resources allows them to launch unexpected attacks, keeping the alien forces on their toes. As the conflict intensifies, the visuals become more cinematic. Readers can easily imagine the chaos as orbital bombardments light up the sky, creating a dazzling yet terrifying spectacle. Explosions ripple through the air, sending debris flying in all directions. Close-quarters combat scenes depict fierce hand-to-hand fights between human soldiers and alien warriors. The bravery and heroism of the humans shine through as they engage in desperate struggles, determined to protect their planet against the invaders. In the midst of this chaos, Commander Zalara hatches a plan that could change the course of the war. She decides to deploy a powerful AI weapon designed specifically to eradicate human forces once and for all. This weapon is unlike anything the humans have faced, and its deployment could spell disaster for Jason and his team. Zalara is confident that with this advanced technology at her disposal, the humans will not stand a chance. However, Jason is not one to back down easily. He has his ear to the ground and uncovers the details of Zalara's plan. Realizing the threat posed by the AI weapon, he knows he must act quickly. He gathers his team for an urgent meeting. "We have to sabotage their AI weapon before it can be unleashed," he declares. "This is our chance to strike a blow against the enemy that they won't see coming." With a daring mission laid out before them, Jason and his team prepare to infiltrate the alien stronghold where the AI weapon is housed. They know it will be a dangerous endeavor, but their resolve is strong. The fate of humanity hangs in the balance, and they are willing to risk everything to protect their home. As they set out on this perilous mission, the stakes have never been higher. The galactic conflict is intensifying, and the humans are determined to show that they will not be easily defeated. As the war reaches its climax, Jason knows this is the moment that will determine the fate of humanity. He leads a small but determined team on a daring mission to infiltrate the alien flagship. Their goal is clear: disable the powerful AI weapon that could obliterate their forces. The atmosphere is tense and the stakes are higher than ever. As they approach the flagship, the team faces heavy resistance. Alien guards patrol every corner, and the advanced technology of the ship presents numerous challenges. The battle is frantic, with blaring alarms and flashing lights filling the air. Jason's team fights fiercely, using every tactic they've developed over the course of the conflict. They move stealthily through the corridors, ambushing enemies with their guerrilla strategies and innovative weapons. The vivid descriptions of close-quarters combat allow readers to feel the intensity of each moment: the clash of metal, the crackle of energy beams, and the adrenaline-fueled determination of the fighters. However, amid this chaotic fight, tragedy strikes again. One of Jason's closest allies, a brave soldier named Lucas, falls during a fierce exchange with the alien guards. The loss hits Jason hard, amplifying the emotional weight of the battle. As he watches his friend fall, rage and sorrow swell within him. Jason's determination is now fueled not just by the desire to save humanity, but also by the memory of his fallen friends. He fights with a renewed sense of purpose, channeling his grief into strength as he pushes forward. Finally, they reach the control room where the AI weapon is housed. Just as Jason starts working on the system, alarms blare louder, and the countdown to launch begins. Time is running out. He can feel the pressure mounting as he fumbles with the controls, desperately trying to disable the weapon. With his heart racing, Jason takes a deep breath, remembering all those who fought alongside him. Summoning all his strength, he manages to shut down the AI weapon just seconds before it can launch. The moment the weapon is disabled, a massive explosion rocks the flagship, sending shockwaves through the ship and the surrounding area. The explosion is so powerful that it forces the alien fleet to retreat in chaos. As Jason and his team barely escape, they can see the alien ships scattering in disarray, their plans thwarted. On the bridge of her flagship, Zalara watches in disbelief as her forces are forced to retreat. She realizes that humanity is far stronger than she ever imagined. In the face of defeat, she acknowledges their resilience and ingenuity. The battle is lost for her, but it has taught her a valuable lesson. Underestimating humans can lead to dire consequences. As the dust settles, Jason and his team emerge as heroes. They have shown that even in the face of overwhelming odds, courage and unity can prevail. This final stand marks not just a victory for humanity, but also a turning point in the galactic conflict, establishing Earth as a force to be reckoned with in the universe. As the dust of the epic battle settles, humanity stands united in their victory. They have proven their worth in the face of overwhelming odds, showcasing their bravery, creativity, and resilience. The galaxy, once filled with doubt and scorn toward humans, now sees them in a new light. They are no longer considered weak or insignificant. Instead, they are respected as formidable warriors who fought valiantly to protect their home. In the aftermath of the conflict, Zalara, the alien commander, sends a message to Earth. In her communication, she expresses a heartfelt truce, acknowledging the strength and determination that humanity displayed during the battle. This gesture of respect marks a significant turning point in their relationship. Zalara realizes that the humans are not just another race to be conquered, but allies worthy of respect. Her message carries weight, and it signals a new beginning for both species. Jason reflects on the battle's cost. Many brave souls were lost, including his dear friend Lucas and others who fought side by side with him. The weight of their sacrifice rests heavily on his heart. However, he also feels a profound sense of pride. They have changed the galaxy's perception of humans forever, and their struggle has forged a bond that could lead to a future of cooperation rather than conflict. As Jason stands among his fellow soldiers, he recognizes the importance of honoring their fallen comrades. He organizes a memorial service where they can pay tribute to those who sacrificed everything for their freedom. In this moment of remembrance, the soldiers come together, sharing stories of their friends and the courage they displayed. It becomes a healing experience, reminding them of the unity they achieved in their darkest hour. The story concludes with a spectacular scene of celebration across Earth. Fireworks light up the night sky, painting it in brilliant colors. Cities are filled with joyous laughter and music as people come together to commemorate their hard-won victory. The air is thick with a sense of hope and resilience, symbolizing the strength of humanity. In the streets, parades are held in honor of the soldiers, and the community gathers to recognize their bravery. They are heroes, not just for defeating the alien threat, but for standing together when it mattered most. As Jason looks around, he sees the smiles on people's faces, and he knows that this victory is not just for them, but for all those who fought and fell in the battle. In the end, the galaxy has changed. The humans have earned their place among the stars, and the story closes on a hopeful note, reminding everyone that even in the face of great adversity, unity and courage can light the way to a brighter future.